You think you've got time. That's the first lie life tells you. When you're young, every day feels like a rehearsal. Like you'll start the real show once you've got more money, more confidence, more sense. Then one day, you catch yourself grunting when you stand up. Your hair's retreating faster than your dreams, and you realize, this is it. The main event. The long run. I'm an old man now, not ancient but seasoned. I've seen the world tilt, shift, and speed up. And since folks these days seem to scroll through life like it's an endless sale rack, I figured I'd share a few secrets from the clearance section of experience. 10 of them. Hard-earned, no filter, and absolutely free. Secret 1. Nobody cares as much as you think they do. When I was younger, I wasted so much time worrying about what other people thought of me. My looks, my job, my choices. Truth is, nobody's paying that much attention. Everyone's too busy worrying about themselves. You skip the gym one day, no one noticed. You say something awkward, they forgot it 5 minutes later. Once you realize that, life opens up. You start dressing for comfort, speaking your mind, and sleeping like a saint. We spend half our lives trying to fit in and the other half wishing we'd stood out. The sooner you stop performing for an audience that isn't even watching, the freer you get. Secret 2. Happiness is boring. Peace is the real prize. Everyone chases happiness like it's a winning lottery ticket. But happiness is a wild animal. It comes and goes. Peace, though. Peace is the quiet dog that sits by your side no matter what. I learned that the hard way. Jobs, money, lovers, new cars, all shiny for a while. But peace comes from knowing who you are when all that's gone. When you can sit in your chair, sip your coffee, and not need a thing. That's gold. Young folks confuse excitement with joy. They want fireworks every day. But peace is the slow burn. It doesn't sparkle. It steadies. Secret 3. Your body sends you the bill. Eventually. Every cheeseburger, every missed workout, every night you powered through on 4 hours of sleep, it all shows up later. Trust me, your back will collect with interest. I'm not saying live like a monk. I'm saying don't treat your body like a rental car. Stretch, move, drink water, and for heaven's sake, take your doctor seriously. When I was 40, I laughed at people with morning routines and supplements. Now I've got a shelf full of them and a calendar full of appointments. You don't realize how good feeling normal feels until it's gone. Take care of the machine early, and it'll take care of you when it counts. Secret 4. People change. Sometimes you've got to let them. You'll lose friends you thought you'd keep forever. Lovers will fade. Kids will grow into strangers who borrow your nose but not your values. That's life. I used to fight it. Tried to drag everyone along with me like life was a caravan and I was the driver. Now I know better. People change, and you've got to let them. The hardest thing isn't losing someone. It's realizing they're not the same person you used to love. But here's the truth. Sometimes you outgrow people, and that's okay. Don't hate them for leaving. Just wish them well and keep walking. Secret 5. Money can buy comfort, not meaning I've been broke. I've also been comfortable. Between the two, I'll admit, comfort is better, but it won't fill the hole where purpose belongs. When you're young, you think success means a bigger paycheck. When you're older, you realize it means waking up without dread. The best money I ever spent wasn't on stuff, it was on time. Buying a little freedom, buying back my weekends, buying a plane ticket to see someone before it was too late. The richest people I've met weren't the ones with fancy cars. They were the ones with calm faces. Secret 6. Love's not about fireworks. It's about staying power. Everybody wants the spark, the movie kind of love, but sparks fade. Real love is the steady flame that keeps burning when the lights go out. My wife and I have argued about everything from toothpaste caps to thermostat settings, but she's still there. That's what counts. Love isn't glamorous. It's work. It's choosing someone again and again, even when they're annoying, even when you're tired. Love's less about passion and more about patience. Romance gets you started. Respect keeps you there. Secret 7. Pride is the heaviest thing you'll ever carry. I've lost opportunities, friendships, and peace of mind because I was too proud to admit I was wrong. Pride's a thick coat, warm at first but heavy after a while. Let it go. Say I'm sorry before it's too late. Those words have saved me more heartache than any advice book ever could. Being right feels good. Being at peace feels better. Secret 8. You don't owe the world an explanation. Somewhere along the way, people got the idea they need to justify everything. Their choices, their boundaries, their past. You don't. You can walk away without making a speech. You can say no without an essay. Age teaches you that silence is often the best punctuation. I stopped explaining myself years ago and life got lighter. When you live for approval, you're renting your soul. Own it instead. Secret 9. Time doesn't heal everything, but it does soften the edges. They say time heals all wounds. That's not true. Some things leave scars. Some losses don't get easier, they just get quieter. What time does is give you space to live around the pain. You build new memories, new laughter, new routines. One day, you realize you've carried the pain so long it's become part of your strength. Grief doesn't mean you're broken. It means you cared deeply enough to hurt, and that's something to be proud of. Secret 10. Joy is a choice. Make it loud. You can't control much. Not the weather, not politics, not aging. But you can choose joy. And sometimes you've got to choose it on purpose. Sing badly in the car. Wear ridiculous socks. Laugh at your own jokes. Find something every day that makes you feel alive, even if it's just a cup of strong coffee and a sunrise. Joy doesn't show up uninvited. You've got to make space for it. So there you have it. 10 secrets from an old man who's made just about every mistake there is. I used to think getting older meant slowing down. Now I know it means waking up, realizing how precious, ridiculous, and beautiful this mess of a life really is. If you take anything from me, let it be this. Don't wait for the perfect time. There isn't one. Don't hold grudges. They age faster than you do. And for heaven's sake, don't forget to laugh. Because one day you'll look back and realize the good old days weren't some distant memory. They were happening all along.